Well, hello friends. I am out on Highway 101 today. We're going to take a ride on the Olympic Discovery Trail, a section I've never been on before, either riding or on the bicycle or in the car. This is the entrance right here to Mary Clark Road. I am in between the two Sol Duc River bridges there and there that are just west of the little non-town of Sappho. There's nothing there but a bus stop and some gas pumps. The store there I burned down quite a few years back. So what we're going to do is get our gear together here. The bike lights are on and ready to roll. And I think this is a section of about, I don't know, 17 miles, I think, to Fairholm Hill. I'm just going to walk across the highway here because the road is clear right now, but when cars come through here, this is one of the only straight stretches in an area, and so they're coming down here, you know, 70, 80 miles an hour sometimes. So this looks like it's Mary Clark Road right there, the sign. But we're going to get going. I may have to circle just for a second because I've got it in a real high gear because I want to always put the front derailleur into the highest gear so it doesn't catch on the bike rack. All right, now all right, I'm gonna stop here. I gotta make sure I have my gloves because I don't think, oh, where are my gloves? Oh, there they are, across the road. Of course, they fell off. First mishap of the day. Can we find some ground here that actually, I'm going to put the kickstand on this rock here. Holy smokes. All right. Yeah, there's the gloves on the ground across the road. Ah, there are the gloves. I actually do have another pair with me. So I tend to lose them. I've managed to lose a left and a right glove this winter, and there's just an example of why. People looking at me, what the hell is he doing? Okay, after this white van, I should be able to make it safely. Down there's a log truck careening at me at warp 8. And see, that's one of the things about today that I don't know. Mary Clark Road and Cooper Ranch Road are the path of this little adventure today, and I don't know how much truck traffic it gets. Are we ready finally? Ugh. Okay, I'm hooked in. I don't know how steep this is, so I'm going to go down to the first ring, make another circle, and now we're ready to go. Got my gloves on. Nothing else over there that I left or something fell down. And let's head on to Mary Clark Road and this section of Olympic Discovery Trail. We may hear a little bit of wind today, but it's just beautiful. Sunshine today. Yesterday was a little too blustery for my tastes for riding because the wind made it very cold. Let's put that up just a little bit more. There we go. Just had a lot of work done on the bike because a lot of the components were almost worn out. Got almost 12,000 miles on this bicycle. It's fairly old, but it's in great shape. Okay, we cleared the hill. There, and they got reconnected again. I've got the so-called clipless pedals, SPD. So some very small trees in the area on the right side of the road there, mixed in with some third growth trees, I guess, and they're fairly big trees over on the left side of the road. Looks like hemlocks. Well, there's our first wildlife of the day. There's a doe running away from me and back into the brush on the right, just ahead. This says, a little marker on the left-hand side of the road, says State Park property. And a little bit of an area right there on the right. Flat area. And a logging road gate up here on the right. What does that say? Road closed. That sign has been there a while. So it's fairly level along here. I figured it would be. The highway is fairly level for 4 or 5 miles. Back before we were dropped off by the Cleveland Transit bus, number 14, that runs between Port Angeles and Forks. Robins flying all over here. On the right, just through this little thicket of trees right here, there's a wide open area. Must have been logged off. Got her up in the 3rd ring. I think we're in the 7th gear of the sprocket. Going about 12 miles an hour. Now the rear derailleur on my bicycle was so worn out at the tech at Sound Bikes and Kayaks said, that's the most worn out one I've ever seen. Impressively worn out. There's two little plastic sprockets in the derailleur, and one of them had absolutely no teeth left on it. Oh, I know what I've forgotten to do. I probably should be able to do it from here. Okay, so I push that little icon, shows us where we are, and then I've got to switch to a track on here. Record track, record track. Okay, we may have missed the first mile there. But we'll have the mileage information on our little bike computer down on the handlebars. That road that went off to the right, according to this map here, and we've got, it's a dead end, I guess. So we're on the right road, heading east. Get that back in my pocket, the glove on. Empty Coors can. So if we maintain this speed, 10 miles an hour, it should take us around or less than 2 hours to get to Fairholm. If you'll remember, Fairholm is where I started my ride on the Spruce Railroad Trail section of the Olympic Discovery Trail. Did that a couple of months ago. So this is a pretty nice road. We're not gonna have any trouble if we do run into any log trucks, as they'll be able to pass us easily. And since it's paved, I'm not gonna have to eat any dust. As I said in the open, I believe, I've never even driven on this road, so this is all new to me. That's why we're running the track, and we'll be able to look down onto our CalTopo app and figure out where we are should we get a little off course. But this should be fairly well signed, since it is part of the Discovery Trail. Another delineator over on the left that tells us that it is state park property. Dimmed down a little bit, the sun went behind a pretty big cloud. I'd say it's in the mid 40s for temperature. And yes, I've got my full complement of batteries today, so that shouldn't be a problem. Went out on one hike not too long ago, a few weeks back, and the times that we've had a chance to do anything, only had one battery in the camera, and it was a really cold day when I was going up to Merrimer Falls, and sure enough, yeah, when it's below 40, it always seems like that the GoPro camera will eat the battery in no time. I recorded maybe 45 seconds and it ran out. Some sort of intersection up ahead, about a half mile up there. Another road coming in, I guess. We'll find out. There's probably quite a bit of wind noise that I'm hearing in my ears. A few alders on the right next to the road. Kind of a sharp right-hand corner up ahead according to these warning signs in the distance. I don't see anything in my little mirror that's attached to my glasses. It enables me to check behind me easily at all times. $10-mile-an-hour corner. Truck crossing sign. Epic Discovery Trail. Right-hand turn, so we're not going to the right or the left. Pair of side roads, one to each side. Blue gate on the left and right. I believe that's Rainier. Rayonier. R-A-Y-O-N-I-E-R. Not the Rainier like the Mount Rainier Timber Company. And another good Olympic Discovery Trail route sign that says we go to the left and not down the gated road to the straight ahead and right here. And this opens up into a pretty good straight stretch, maybe at least 3/4 of a mile long here on Mary Clark Road. And we're going along at about 12 miles an hour. There's an empty Rainier beer can. That smelled like the mountain. There's a yellow gate. I don't think that's Rainier. Most of theirs are blue. Spent a lot of time driving to and from a campsite out on the coast on a secret way. That's how I know what the gates are for Rainier, being blue. Up ahead, there are two objects on the road, quite a ways off, at least a half mile. And now it looks like we've got a car coming onto the road. Interesting. Headlights heading my way, heading west. We're going east. It's fairly flat. I'm going 12.7. So this Sol Duc Valley is fairly wide. A couple miles anyway. The highway is on the north side of the river, and we're on the south side of the Sol Duc right now. Yeah, there's still two objects in the road, like people way up ahead, and that, which looks like a pickup truck, is now closing on us in the other lane, coming the opposite direction. Looks like it might be a Chevy. Yeah, there's definitely an east or a northeast wind today, because it's not behind us. Pair of roads, one to each side, logging road type, gravel. Yeah, definitely two objects ahead, and it's just a ways off yet. That must have been a whole mile away when we saw them at first. It's two that keeps converging into one. So I'm thinking it's people. There's a residence on the right. Kid's bike up on a tree branch there. A couple of them, I think. This must be just nearly flat as we're cruising along at a clip of about 12.2. Gear combination 3-6. We've got 27 of them. There's a jet above us that I'm hearing. You might be able to also. So we're going almost directly east. I don't have a compass heading for you, but on the map, we're pretty much straight west to east. Yeah, there's definitely two people ahead. Makes me wonder if we don't have two slow-moving bikes that I'm overtaking, or walkers that I'm overtaking. This may be two people and a dog. One looks like on the left wearing maybe a reddish orange coat, and a dark coat for the one on the right. A little bit of a logged off area to the right. Slash piles in there. Little short roads on each side. Yeah, definitely two people and a dog. They are on foot. Just the slightest incline up now. We've slowed to 11.8, 11.5. These are walkers that are going east, so they're not going to have any idea I'm here. I'll prepare to sound the bell. Yeah, they're looking back. They know I'm here. We're coming to a stop. Good morning. How are you? Fine. How are you doing? Great. Be time for a water stop here pretty soon. This has kind of an illusion that it's downhill, but it's definitely not. Slightly uphill. We're down to 9 miles an hour. I have no idea where I am. Well, a little bit of a curve here to the right, then back to the left. We'll reach something called the Conkey-Smith Loop Road, I think. And then that goes off to the left. And we'll continue on Mary Clark Road. A little bit of a stream on the left. It's flowing towards the road, or towards me, so we are going uphill. Yeah, we're down to 7.8 now. Trail sign ahead telling me, I think, to go straight ahead and not turn left. We're going up the valley, so this is going to climb a bit no matter what. Yeah, Conkey-Smith Lane, a private road on the left. Trail sign says go straight ahead. All right, I'm ready for some water. Now, the traffic on this road has been non-existent, other than the one vehicle we saw and the couple of walkers and the dog, but that's it. So it doesn't look like there's any logging activity off of this road. Now that was good. I think my left arm is shaking because I had a cramp back in my shoulder before I started this morning. I was stretching and all of a sudden I had a cramp back in the trap muscle. So, as my favorite saying is, nobody got anywhere by taking a break. So we're going to just continue a little slow for a minute and keep going. I will circle back around here just for a second, as there's a bicycle coming the other way in the distance. I'm just making sure I didn't drop anything on my brake here. Morning. He's probably puzzled why I turned around like that, but I don't think he knew I was stopped. Okay, so it looks like that we have a downgrade up ahead, which is cool. I picked the right spot to stop. Get my mirror readjusted here. There we go. I think I've only been on one bike ride in all of the rides I've ever taken, which is more than 500 of them. I figured that after my first ride when I got this bike back in May 2005, I said, I've got to have a way to look back behind me. And it's really worth it. A little swamp on the right and a smaller plane flying over, heading east on our left up above. So far this has been a real delightful ride, and I guess the best part is yet to come. I was talking to somebody about this section of trail, and he called it cathedral-like between the trees that border the trail exclusive section that's yet to come today. So we'll look forward to that. Some sort of sign ahead. Makes me wonder if we're not getting close to that trailhead. Well, maybe not yet. But it reminds me of a Department of Natural Resources sign. Yeah, it definitely is. I don't know for what though. Yeah, there's two, one on each side. Oh, car. And it says no fireworks. Wave to that guy in the white Ford. He waved. Yeah, it's just a blank sign. It reminds me of a sign that they post fire warnings on when the need arises. Those trees are pretty big. Hemlock. These smaller hemlocks next to the bigger ones. Yeah, we're going about 7.3 right now on the speed, 7.3. My total trip. Okay, so we've just made the battery change after the first battery ran out. That one was number 1. I'm going to put that back in the package here. I'll just have to remember that number 1 is dead. When I'm stopped, I'll just check the map real quick here. Yeah, we've got 500, 2,000 feet. Yeah, maybe a couple miles until we get to the intersection with Cooper Ranch Road. Then it'll be, I don't know, maybe another mile or two until we get to the trailhead parking that is just south of the Klahowya campground on Highway 101. That's near the West Snyder Road. And so we'll just continue on. We've gone 5.2 miles on our track here, and got all sorts of all right. All right. So let's get those gloves back on. It's quiet out here. It's wonderful. And one more little check to make sure that we're running. Okay, and we'll reverse real quick to make sure that I didn't leave anything on the ground. And there isn't anything. And raise that up just a hair. Still on the Mary Clark Road. Heading down now. Got our speed back up to about 11. Down or flat, it's hard to tell. It's a little colder than it was. Sun's been behind a cloud a little bit. Probably not too long since the snow melted out here. I kind of wanted to do this earlier, but I got discouraged from doing it because somebody said there was still snow up here. This was a few weeks back, so I decided to just wait till it was for sure cleared out. Bus driver asked me, he said, "Are you gonna ride all the way back to PA?" And I said, "Well, we'll see how it goes." We could. It depends how fast I can make it through that section on the the Spruce Railroad that we did earlier this year, and it was full of debris and you couldn't go very fast. Well, I could ride on the highway though. Yeah, riding along Lake Crescent with the cars is an interesting experience. I've done it before. It's not for the faint of heart. So it looks like there's more hemlock on the left and an understory of some salal brush. Same on the right. Okay, coming on that left-hand curve, we're starting to go downhill now at a pretty good clip. Old logging road to the left there. Yeah, I think this drops down here, and we're might be getting real close to the trailhead there by Klahowya. I kind of recognize that hill up there. I used to drive up the road to the right up ahead, or at least I've been on it. Okay, some signs ahead. A couple of them for the Discovery Trail, and there's some other sign I don't recognize. Oh, I see, it's an intersection coming up off to the right. Part of it's worn off. Yeah, there's a road coming in from the right with a stop sign ahead. Trail route to the left. So yeah, this must be this logging road I'm thinking of. So with this intersection on the right, kind of increases our chances of running into trucks for at least a little bit. And now we're going northward, as you can see the north wall of the Sol Duc Valley ahead. Shared roadway, 2.1 miles, watch for trail traffic. And they mean vehicles, watch for trail traffic. So that means let's kick it up a little bit and get through these 2.1 miles. Going 11 miles an hour, so it won't take that long. Conkey Smith Loop and the other side of it. We passed that, what, 15-20 minutes ago, I guess. I've definitely driven on this road before here, because I recognize this section. It also means that we might run into some people coming behind us in vehicles going pretty fast. Since it's downhill, let's don't waste any time getting the heck out of here. 18.5. Well, end of the downgrade, so much for going that fast. Back down to 12. So I had that Nalgene bottle back in my orderly pannier bag. And I've also got the Sawyer Squeeze filter attached to a Smart Water bottle, which means I can refill at any ditch or creek if needed. Gotta filter your water though if you do that. Stand up for just a moment. You got to do that fairly regularly when you're riding. Going down again up to 14.1. I always tilt my head just for a moment when I'm on a blind corner like this to make sure that there's nothing coming up that I can hear. As I'm hearing a lot of wind noise. Yeah. Tilt your head, you can get one ear. All right, back uphill again. One thing about riding a bike, you learn fairly quickly that there's no such thing as flat. Not for long. It's either going to be slightly uphill or downhill. Something is close. I can't tell what it is. Maybe I'm hearing the drone of a plane nearby, I don't know. Nope, there's a car up ahead. Good ear for being half deaf. Logging road coming in from the right. Sign says go straight ahead. I think I recognize that road off to the right. There are places to pull off up in there. I've told people that were camping from out of the area about that road before. A newer guardrail here. Interesting. It's almost like it's a new creek crossing here. Boulders there, maybe that's where the road was formerly. This is all new pavement, new guardrail, new bridge. Yeah. That metal's all fresh. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Now, I've got a trail there. Did I miss the sign? Because the highway is right there. Oh, brother. Okay, so let's stop and figure out where we are. I didn't see any sign that said trail to the right, but it's got to be because the highway is right there. Oh, wait. Okay, I see it now. Up ahead, there is the, yeah, this is the trailhead parking. I just didn't recognize it. Like I say, I've never been on this before, so Camp Creek Trailhead, Olympic Discovery Trail, Olympic National Forest. And geez, be careful here with the, yeah, those are log trucks passing on a highway. So yeah, that's where we are. Little trailhead here. There's no cars there. I'm assuming there's a bathroom there, but I don't have to go, so I'm just gonna go onto the trailhead. So now we're at that spot I was telling you about, where it's exclusive trail and no cars. We don't have to worry about being run over now. Kind of narrow. Oh, the little spur trail, because there's the restroom. Awesome. So now we're going to be on this Olympic Discovery Trail, pathway to the Pacific. All right, far out. So maybe we were on Cooper Ranch there. Yeah. There weren't any signs that said it was, but maybe it was. In any case, we are on the right route. We are heading east towards Port Angeles on the Olympic Discovery Trail. We are near the Klahowya campground and that Camp Creek trailhead. No motor vehicles. Well, far out. What do we got here? A road? Yeah, looks like it. Yeah. And we crossed some sort of a road there. Let's indulge in looking at the map here for a second. Over here we go. Oh, there's some sort of animal up ahead across the trail. Push that button. Oh yeah, we were on Cooper Ranch Road after that section I was telling you about, that there was a road coming out from the right and it increased the chances. Well, yeah, that was Cooper Ranch Road. There was just no direction sign there that said we had reached it. So we're now past that and on this area here that is several miles of exclusive trail until we get closer to the highway and closer to Fairholm Hill. So this has just been great. I love the day. We've had sunshine. It's not been too cold. Of course, I'm not going to get cold because I've got a lot of clothing on. Got a base layer on. I've got pants, regular pants, and then some rain pants over those. And then up on top, I got the base layer, and then my bike coat. So I have the ability to go to another little coat, puffy coat, put that on if I need it. I've also got I lost my train of thought here. I keep looking behind me because I saw something that looked like it might have been somebody else back there, but there's not. I also have arm warmer and leg warmers. So there's no way I'm going to get too cold. And you have to have all of that if you're going to be riding, especially around here. Yeah, so this is on an old railroad grade. You can just tell from the gradient being level and very, very slight corners. Okay, there we go. That feels comfortable. About 11.2. Well, it's actually 10.4 now. I was just noticing that there's a road just to the right of us that's paralleling the trail. Must be a Forest Service road. I haven't seen any place yet that I would be tempted to camp at along here. Definitely not right around here with that road being closed. So I know that when we get ahead here, we're going to be back on a road for a bit because we have to go across the Sol Duc River on a bridge, and that is a vehicle bridge. Then it goes back north toward the highway and connects with another section of trail that is near a substation, a power substation that is west of Fairholm Hill. Okay, there must be a road close because we've got a separator here. You got to really be careful when you're riding these and you see those separators for traffic, because I know somebody that hit one of those once and got injured pretty good. I don't mean good, pretty badly. Broken sit bones. Okay, we've got a road closed sign. Yeah, and then there's a road junction here on the right. Trail goes to the right here. Gate may be closed at any time. Road closed. Dong, dong, dong. Gate bypass. Are we gonna be able to do this? Oh, jeez. That was muddy. Good grief. Almost sucked me in. All right, well, that was a thrill. Good Lord. Okay, get hooked back up into my pedals here. There. So, all right. Oh, I see what they're talking about this being cathedral-like. Look at this. This is just cool. We're in between the trees, and it's sort of a different type of trail. It's a little bit wider. Now we're running into that type of stuff that we had on the Spruce Railroad Trail. A little bit of branches and debris. We're just gonna plow on though, it's not that bad. Going about 12.5. It's just the cones I gotta watch for. A little bit of moss on this pavement already. Yeah, it could be slick, no doubt about it. That means it doesn't get a lot of sun in here with all these trees. I think we'll be okay as long as we keep her fairly straight. I don't even know what time of day it is. Let's see. I've been riding for about an hour and 15 minutes. I've gone 13.2 miles, and I think I went about a mile or so before I got to the bus stop. Averaging 10.4, 22.9 maximum, and it's 11.04. Oh, wait a minute, that'd be standard, wouldn't it? So it's, does that mean it's about noon, I guess? Yeah. I gotta stand up. Whoa, holy moly. Like she slid out under me. Yeah, little robins all over the place. So I got some lunch with me. Not going to be too long till I'm going to want that. Lots of debris right in here. We're in sort of a cut. Well, you take that weight off the back wheel and it hit any bump and it wants to give way on the slick surface. Well, the river is right off to the left. Sol Duc River. Gravel down below there. Oh, and a nice little falls. So any flat spot right in here would be a good spot for a camp if you had to, because you got your water source. It's just not very far down to the river. You know, you'd have to climb down 50 feet of elevation or so. That would work right there if you had to in a jam, and this would too, right here. Oh my. I don't know if you can see it or turn that. The river's off to the left. Well, we might be getting to a road crossing here. I can see a couple of posts ahead. There's a culvert and a creek. There's maybe a spot right there too. So quite a few little camp spots in this area if you are getting to nightfall and needed someplace to stop. Here's where you can tell it's a railroad grade. There's a drop off on both sides and a bridge ahead too. Beautiful little stream. Oh, there you go. Nice. Oh, this is gorgeous. .3 for the speed here. stand up. All right, I just changed batteries for the second time. I'm kind of hungry, but I don't want to eat here because it's fairly cold. Uh-oh. Oh, yikes. I got my pant leg caught in the chain ring there a little bit. That's one thing I forgot to bring was a leg guard for that I bought. So the new chain ring doesn't have a chain ring guard on it like the old one did. So I have to be careful about that. It's okay, it's not like these rain pants are not worn out, but they are good enough to keep you dry. Put this down just a little bit, there we go. Stop, change the battery, add a little bit to drink. I didn't really look to see where I was, although I can hear the highway probably about a half mile to the north on the other side of the river, the Sol Duc. I can hear the cars or vehicles on it, especially the whine of the trucks. A milepost, I haven't seen one of those yet. It's not going to mean much. Milepost 41. I don't know where that's from. It might be from the push, I don't know. Yeah, I'm waiting to eat lunch when and if we find, oh my goodness, is that a picnic table in a sunny area? It's just like I wished for that, and there it is. Right next to the river, which is on the left, and a picnic table. Wow, all right. Good enough place for lunch, I would say. Oh yeah, it's warm here. Very cool. Get all these lights off. Yeah, picnic table. And yeah, a big hole right down in there in the river. Interesting. All right, lunchtime, here we go. All right, finished up the old lunch break here. This is really a great spot. That's a huge tree right there. My goodness. I don't think that's ever been cut. Either that or it's just a big, massive second growth. That's probably that it. Yeah, let's get these lights back on. So the reason why I'm doing that is we're going to be off of the trail and back onto a road here not too long, within about a mile, I think, just looking at the app, the CalTopo. And we're going to be on a section of logging road again, Forest Service road, so I got to have the lights on for that. I'm just a little bit cold, so I don't want to stick around here. This has been wonderful, though, to have that nice sunny spot. And I got everything. And I'm just going to go back around real quick and make sure that I didn't leave anything. I didn't have anything else. All right, we got everything. My gloves back on. I had a can of Hormel chunky beef chili. And I drank the rest of the water in that Nalgene bottle with the noon hydration tablets. And wow, you get back out of that sun, it's just very cold. So I gotta get riding here so that my body starts to generate some heat again. So this is gonna eventually angle off to the right and head into a road. Then it'll cross the river and join up with a Forest Service road, and we'll head north towards the highway. And just before we get to the highway, there'll be another section of trail that'll go to Fairholm Hill. Well, but that's icy when it's real cold there. Yeah, that's why I didn't want to have anything to do with this until it thawed completely out. Let's move this just a hair. Yeah, that's better. I can't see what I'm filming. I got the chest mount on the GoPro today. That works best. I've tried other ways. I've tried the handlebar mount, and that didn't work very well. Oh, we're climbing. We must be going up to that road. Got to get out of the third ring here. Oh, that shifted easy. Thank you again, guys at Sound Bikes and Kayaks, for fixing up the old steed and get back to running first class. Yeah. Wow. This is interesting. Got the river on the left and kind of switchbacks up. Oh man, unreal. I've been able to do that for a long time. Shift down from ring to ring like that. Yeah, this is steep. So we must be going back out to the road, as I was saying. Just how steep, I don't know. Or how long. Looks like it's leveling off. And we got a trail sign on there on the left indicating a trail entrance. All right, leveled off. There we go. Bollards. That's all fairly freshly seeded trees up there on that huge slope. My goodness. Attention trail users. A big official sign here. Okay, that gravel road is gated up down there about 75 yards. Log trucks and motorized vehicles have priority access on the paved trails used, or the paved roads used by the trail. If you here see a log truck or any other vehicle, you're required to immediately get to the side of the road and right to the vehicle safely passes. Shared roadway 1.4. All right. That means let's get the hell out of here. I don't think we're going to see anything here because this is just a dead-end spur right now. So let me get that up here. 16.2 total miles for me today. And so when we get to 17.6, I think we'll be past this section. Now it's a long way down to the river on the left here. This is an unstable bank. You can tell that there's been a windfall there. They've already cut away the railing there. Okay. Now, where does this go? Logging road gate off to the left, or straight ahead actually, and another logging spur road to the right. Now the trail goes down here. How interesting. Volunteer trail adopters Barb and Ted, thanks for cleaning up this section of trail. You get trail adopters all over. That's the first one I've seen out this way. But people do that and they clean their respective sections of trail. Thank you very much to all the trail volunteers that do that. So we got to be careful. There's always the possibility of somebody coming up here. Oh, and here's that bridge I was telling you about. So that's the mighty Sol Duc River. And it looks like we climb up a pretty good section here, so it's time for first ring. I love my wife, it says on the, and then it says something else bad. Ooh. Now we got a vehicle behind a gate here. I wonder if that's the car that belongs to that gentleman that was riding the bicycle past me earlier today. It's possible, I guess. And it says trail route left here. So yeah, the main branch of this road comes down from the left. And I say we got a pretty good possibility of running into some trucks up here. Oh joy. All right, so this is a little bit better than the last one we went through, where we almost mudded out there. Yeah, somebody's vehicle there with a... Okay, so ODT left. So we've got to go about 9/10 of a mile till we get to the next section, and all sorts of possibilities of log trucks on this road. That's not very stable. And that's Sol Duc River on the left. Private property sign on the left there at a gate. We have about 7/10 till we get to the trail turn off. Maybe less than that. I think it was 6/10, but this is going downhill, so we should be able to go at a pretty good clip. What is that? That looks like a grouse. Flew up into a tree to the left. I don't hear anything truck-wise behind us. Sol Duc Valley wall up on the north side of the valley. Up in there. Logged off area there on the right. What does this say? Wood River Tree Farm. Oh yeah, here we are. Stop sign up there is the highway, and the trail is right here. That wasn't that far at all. And we turn to the right here and get off the road. Oh yeah. Nice. So where I stopped for lunch on the trail was, if you're familiar with Highway 101 between Port Angeles and Forks, there's a small road near close to where Heckleville Shed is. It might be to the east of that, where the Heckleville Shed is the Department of Transportation, one of their maintenance sheds. And there's actually a road camera there on their website. But to the east of that, a little private road called Poverty Lane. And I noticed that when I was eating lunch, I'm looking at the map, we were just to the south of that, across the river. So that'll give you an idea of whereabouts we are. As I told you earlier, when we turned off of that logging road, that Forest Service road, and came in here, started heading east again, we were right across from a power substation that's on the north side of the highway there. I think that also might be where the trailhead is for Mount Mueller. I gotta adjust my mirror just a tad. There we go. Now I can see behind me again. I bumped it when I was eating lunch. Well, the roadway out on the highway is fairly straight here, west and east, and we're paralleling that probably, I don't know, maybe a quarter mile away to the north on our left. So I've gone 18 miles today riding on the bike. Looks like the time is about 10 minutes to 1. So I'm still deciding whether or not I'm going to go, how far I'm going to go today. I'm definitely not going to go all the way back to town because we don't have enough battery to run the camera that long. I've got one more battery after this one. So I'm thinking if the bus is around when I get to Fairholm, I'll just make my way back to the road there and catch the bus. Because you've already seen, if you've watched our previous video, the trail from Fairholm to East Beach. We did that earlier this year. Not much of a point of doing that again. Milepost 38. Now these must be the mileposts from Port Angeles, I guess, because it certainly can't be Port Townsend. A lot of the trail markers on the Clallam County part of the trail start at City Pier in Port Angeles, milepost 0, where they end the Olympic Discovery Marathon. Whoa, that was an egg. Huh. Interesting, like a broken open egg, like yolk. So and I'm looking at the map of the, right now there is a bus in Forks that is heading back toward Port Angeles. So it's possible for me to ride the rest of this section and arrive at Fairholm before that one gets here. Maybe. I don't know. Never been on this section, so I don't know how long it's going to take. This skips around all over the place, doesn't it? Probably issue with property lines when they bought the right of way. We're getting closer to the highway. Vehicle noise is a little louder now. Starting to go downhill now. Yeah, the highway is right directly ahead. We have to start paralleling it fairly soon because there's a crossing of the highway and the trail is going to go over to the north side. Yeah, that's the curve that heads to Fairholm Hill. Yeah, and I can see the old power line cut on the hill too. Uh-oh, little hill, I need to speed up. Okay, that is Fairholm Hill on Highway 101 just ahead. You see the log truck going up there, I think. Oh. All right, where that white truck is on the highway ahead, parked on the other side there, that is where the trail crossing is. So we will cross the highway, head over to the north side, and then I think it's going to be steep. That'll take us up to the top of the hill, and then we'll be in position to catch the bus. I was thinking though, we might have to ride down the highway on the far side of the hill. Oh, I got a log truck coming. And we safely cross. Yeah, that noise and that bulk, you can see why I had a little trepidation about going down that logging road. All right, 2 Mount Mueller trailhead to the left, and this goes to Fairholm Hill. So what this does is it goes up above some private property. So I think it's gonna get curvy, and it's probably gonna get a little bit steep. I'll find out. Ugh. Some dog dew there that I just barely avoided running over. Yeah, there's somebody's house right there on the right. I'm gonna drop it down a little bit here. No use working any harder than I need to. Hey, little chipmunk on the left. Pine cone in mouth. Douglas fir cone. Now this is a slog. We're going about 4.5 miles an hour. Not going to be easy. Yikes. All right, I got 2 gears left to go down if I need it. Always save at least one if you can. That way, when you really need it, you still have it. It would have been easier to ride the highway up the hill, but I wanted to show you the trail. Mount Mueller Trail left. That's a long trail I've never been on before. There we go. I came disconnected from my pedal. Oh, are we leveling off? At least for a moment. Gotta stand up. And actually downhill. I can handle that. Okay, good. 10 miles an hour. Whoops. I was right on 10. Exactly. Yeah, I can see why. Big curves. Switchbacks, probably. I'm finding it hard to believe that there's not many more uphill. Yeah, just as I thought. That was a welcome respite from the uphill. Oh, that's for sure. This is the part of the ride where you start dreaming of the hamburger afterwards. All right. There's the crest of that little hill and then a vehicle barrier, so there must be a road here. And then on the left, way up above, I don't know if you can see that or not, but you can see that kind of a clearing, a trench through the trees there. That used to be a power line that went up there, but they took that out, I don't know how many years ago. Okay, so look at Discovery Trail straight, and this is, oh, I see there's a logging road. I just had to change the last battery, so we don't have much left. But we're not far away from our destination at Fairholm. I really don't know how much more it is uphill. Can't be that much more. I actually needed the rest there. It was helpful. If I'm going to go on any longer rides, I'm going to have to get some more batteries. Okay, I'm thinking the way this looks, Then we're going to run into the junction here in a second where it goes to the left and you're on Spruce Railroad. Back to the right takes you out to the top of Fairholm Hill at the highway, which was going to work out pretty good because I'm guessing that bus is not that many minutes away. And yeah, we're going downhill. We're on the other side of it, I'm pretty sure. Somehow in my mind, I envisioned this part being a lot steeper on each side than it actually is. Oh, back down to 10 miles an hour now. I'm going 9.8. And that's strictly for your protection because this is a hairpin turn. Wow. Yeah, I'm sure they're not going to be enforcing speed limits on trails when they don't even enforce traffic violations on the highways anymore. I regularly see people driving 15, 20, 25 miles an hour over the speed limit in the city limits now. Just my opinion, of course. But if you're walking across the street, you better make sure that you don't have anybody careening down the hill at you at fast speeds, because they get there real quick. All right, here's that junction I was telling you about. Left goes down Spruce Railroad Trail. We're going to the right because we're going to go up to the highway and catch the bus. 800 feet. All right, machine. Oh, we got some campers right here. Nice dog. No, 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 no. Got a dog following me. Oh, still following me. Go home. No. Oh my goodness. Are you still there? Still following me. Go home. Go home. All right, now it's not. Usually no works. I interviewed a dog expert one time, and they said there's one word that every dog around the world knows, and it's no. And apparently that dog was only one of the few that doesn't know that word. But anyway, it finally stopped following. It seemed to be a friendly dog, more like playing than wanting to attack. All right, and now we're up at the highway. Now the question is, gonna make a brief stop. Ugh. Got a truck broken down over there on that side of the road. Where's the bus is the question. Well, it's not anywhere close to here. Okay, we're gonna try to cross the road right now, because I don't hear anything coming, but we got to be ready to go. Okay. All right, I'm going down the hill to Fairholm itself because it's easier to catch the bus there than it is up there at Sol Duc Road. There's a actual bus stop down below here where their bus drivers doesn't have much room to see you up there at Sol Duc Road. So let's just cruise down this road along the shoulder. This is Highway 101. $24 miles an hour. All right, Camp David Jr. Road and the Fairholm campground on the left there. And now we're just going to cruise right into this turnout near the Fairholm store. That's where the bus stops. And there's the big bicycle notice. I think they still have the button here where you can activate the bikes on the road lights that are just ahead there, and that gives you 45 minutes or so to get through to the other side of the lake if you want to ride on the highway. I'm not going to do that. They don't have enough battery for that anyway to show you that whole trip, so we're just going to stop here, wind up the video, and yeah, we did that section between Sappho and Fairholm Hill and got another piece of the Olympic Discovery Trail, another feather in our bicycling cap. And oh, I wonder if that's full. Fat chance of that, huh? Twisted Tea. Yeah, it's empty. All right, so yeah, we'll just look at our bicycle computer here. We did like 2 miles before we got going, so we did probably about 21 miles today. And if we look at our track on Cal Topo here, we turned it on about a mile into that, and so it said we did about 20.6. I'd say, yeah, 21, 22 miles would be our trip total today. And we did that since we turned the app on shortly into our ride, about 2.5 hours figure. It was fun, beautiful scenery, trees, and we're going to catch the bus here from Clown Transit and let you know that I enjoy everybody subscribing to the channel and the likes, and I'm glad we were able to show you another part of the beautiful Olympic Peninsula today. My friends, until we meet again for another video adventure, so long.